Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Trisha. If you're new, welcome. For today's video, I want to do this makeup look with the full face of a Rare Beauty. So I was so excited when Selena came out with her own line because I love her. So I went straight to Sephora.com and picked up, I think, pretty much everything in her line. I also couldn't find a lot of videos on here with people with my skin tone, so I thought I would just do my little part and put this up as well. If you want to see how I went from this to this, then please keep watching. The first thing that I picked up is a mini size of this Always an Optimist primer. This is supposed to give you a lit from within glow. So let's see how that is. Just gonna take this much, that's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna press this into the skin. Guess I'm filming this in natural daylight, so we'll see how much glow it gives me. So it does have tiny little shimmers now that I'm looking at my hand, but it gave me an overall glowy kind of look. Next thing will be foundation. So I couldn't find the right shade for me. Like, this looks a little too dark even now. I didn't go into the store, so I just ordered all this online. So I looked up my current shade in foundation, all of them, and they were all showing me different numbers. So I just finally decided to go with this one, and obviously it's probably not the right shade, but we'll see. But this is what the packaging looks like for the foundation. I love this little ball at the top, so pretty. And this is this frosted kind of bottle. So this is definitely runny. Like, you can see that it got messy already, and this is gonna be a little too. I also picked up the foundation brush because whenever there's a new foundation brush on the market, I just have to try it out. Oh wow, this is actually really soft. Yeah, see, the color is a little off, so I'm gonna have to bring this down to my neck. But wow, I'm pretty impressed with the coverage. This is all I need right now. So it has like a natural finish. I'm just gonna do one side so you guys can see what it looks like.
Can you do a couple of dots?
I really like this brush. It's super smooth. Actually, I think I can probably get away with this shade. Just gonna bring it down a little bit. That's one side of my face done, and the other side without anything, just the primer and my skincare. Yay, I think this looks pretty okay. I'm kind of happy with this. Thank you, Selena. I was so excited when I saw her makeup line was coming out because I love her so much. Ever since the Wizards of Waverly Place days. God, I'm old. But we'll do the other side now. I usually use the Hourglass Vanish for foundation. And that one, I think, is a little stiff compared to this one. Like, this bristles move a little bit more, and I think I prefer that. And I love the shape because it gets right up in here. I'm gonna try and build this up a little bit. I'm just gonna pat it in this time instead of moving the product around. You guys, I'm no makeup artist, but this is just how I get by. This doesn't have a scent to it, which I really appreciate. And I really like the consistency. Kind of reminds me of the Fenty foundation, except way more natural finish. And this foundation does not oxidize. So I love that about this foundation as well. I think that's it. That's my base is done. So I think you can see a little bit of the shine peeking through from the primer. I really like it. Ooh. So the next thing that I picked up is the Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer. And it's like pretty much a smaller tube of the foundation, except do you see how the foundation has this round part? This is just like a, I want to say it just looks like a really big M&M. So that's the difference between the bottle, but everything else is the same. So I picked this up in the shade, oh, and I forgot to mention that the shade that I picked up in the foundation was a 360W, and that corresponded to the Huda Beauty foundation in Brown Sugar. And this is 320W. I think the shades are supposed to go with each other, but when I looked at it, it just seemed a little bit too dark. And I wanted my under eye to be a tiny little bit brighter than the rest of my face. So again, this is the doe foot applicator. So I'm just gonna, oh wow. Just gonna do this really quickly. And blend. I picked up the concealer brush as well, and this is what that looks like. I think it's just like, I think it's a mini shape of the foundation brush. Let's try this out. It does have a brightening effect. Let me see up close if it creased or anything. So I do have a few dark patches under my eye, and I feel like concealer is actually sticking to it a little bit, but the coverage is nice. I feel like it got rid of my dark circles. Let me put a tiny little bit more. I love this applicator because I can just do that really easily. Tiny bit on my nose. Tiny bit right here. Guys, this is like everyday makeup. It's not glam or anything. This is just what I would do on a regular basis when I get time. Just gonna pat the side in because I feel like this side is worse. Boop, 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 boop. I think it definitely did brighten them. I'm just gonna add a tiny bit right here. All right, so next, since they do not have a bronzer in the line, I'm just gonna go in with my regular Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light. I love this bronzer.
So I'm just gonna go in with my e.l.f. bronzer brush. Just gonna do it all over.
And then I'm also gonna go in with my NARS Laguna. This is just a little baby size because I ran out. So I'm just gonna go in with this, with my Charlotte Tilbury contour brush. Powder and sculpt brush. I'm just gonna go in with this, give it my cheekbones a tiny bit more definition.
Just a teeny tiny. I feel like it's so hard to get both sides even. It's annoying. Just gonna go over it with, on my eyes as well with the Laguna.
Now for the blushes, I picked up 2 of the blushes. This is called Joy, and this is a dewy formula, and this one's called Love, and it's the matte formula. So I'm gonna swatch it really quickly for you guys. So this is Love and this is Joy. I feel like this would be really pretty for the summertime. This is so stunning. I think I'm just gonna do this one today. Fingers crossed, I hope this doesn't mess my makeup up. So I literally grabbed like a tiny bit on my beauty blender. You cannot, like, this is beautiful. I feel like you cannot have a heavy hand with this or it'll just, maybe on the eyes too, because why not? I think that's all I want to do for now. I don't want to like go overboard. with that. So that gave a really pretty color actually. So that was love, and I just grabbed like half of what I had on this hand. It's really pretty. I really like this. Let's move on to the highlight. I picked up, they have a bunch of shades, but I feel like this would be most flattering on my skin tone. Again, this is what the bottle looks like. And I picked it up in the color Flaunt. So I'm just gonna do a swatch. So that's what it looks like. It's this really pretty, like, I feel like it's not completely bronzy, but it's like a cross between champagne and bronze, but I feel like it's a little more towards the bronzy side. There we go. That's really pretty. Just going in where light would naturally hit my face. It's really pretty. Like, it's such a subtle. I thought that it would be more of a like bam in your face kind of highlight, but it's actually subtle. It's really pretty. Don't mind my chicken pox scar, but I'm gonna go in with a tiny little bit more. Maybe I could have just gone in. Let's see. Okay. That's really pretty. I really like this highlight. I usually use the Benefit What's Up highlight, and that's stunning, but I kind of like this too. It's very subtle and pretty, and that's all I really need for every day. Like this a lot. Let me work on my brows. So I picked up the brow pencil in the color Cool Brown. So this, I used the brow in the shade 3.5 from Benefit, and that's like a very flattering color on me, I think. So this was the closest, and this is the Cool Brown color, and it's the same color as Selena. So this is what the tip looks like. It's like a little triangular base. There. And that's one side, and the other side actually does not have a spoolie. So it's just this brow gel situation going on here. So I'm gonna run and grab my spoolie really quickly, or I can't do this. So be right back. Whew. Alrighty, I'm back. This is my holy grail spoolie. Look how nice and thick and beautiful the spoolie is. Like, I've had this for, I'm not kidding, I've had this for like, I want to say a couple years, and it's still going strong. So I would get this just for this spoolie because this is so well made. I love this. I'm gonna brush it up really quickly. So I'm just gonna go in with this. So this is the color Cool Brown. I think it should work. I feel like you need to be a little light-handed with this because the wax is not that stiff. So the color goes on really easily. Like, I'm barely applying any pressure. Oh, I kind of like it. I like this color. Guys, some days my brows decide to be sisters, and the other days they're not even on speaking terms. I think today they're cousins, but yeah, I really like that color. So I'm just gonna go over it with this gel and set it. I feel like this would lighten it a tiny little bit because this side is definitely lighter than, that's the brow pencil on top and the gel. It's like a tiny little bit ashier, I want to say. It works together. So the next thing that I picked up was her eyeliner. And you guys, this looks like a pen. So it has this gold detail right here. It has a calligraphy point, and that's what it looks like. It's kind of really soft. So I usually use the Tom Ford eyeliner, and that one's like super easy. So we'll see how this is. I'm not even gonna try and attempt at a wing because I do not want to mess whatever I have up right now. So I'm just gonna tiny little bit more. Okay, so this concealer has creased a little bit here already. Back in with that. And you know what, you guys? It's because I forgot to set it. So I'm going to set my face really quickly with this Hourglass veil powder and my Vein Goss brush in 10. I'm actually going to do my whole T-zone. Gonna leave that on for like a tiny little bit. Like a mini baking. Now let's see if this will crease or not. I love this powder. It's so silky smooth. Next, I'm just gonna do mascara really quickly and pop on some lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I popped on some lashes and did put on my mascara really quickly, and I used the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Mascara. And next up is my favorite thing ever, and it's a lipstick. So I picked up a few colors actually. I picked up what was it? Brave, Transform, and Heroic. And I also picked up the lip balm in Support. And not to mention the Inspire shade. This is what Selena had on. So I'm just gonna go in with Inspire now. This is so creamy. And it has a slightest little hint of vanilla scent. You guys, I usually don't use lip liner. I just go straight in. So this was just one dip. I'm gonna go in again and see if I can build up a color a little bit more. I feel like it's more of like a lipsticky stain. It is super soft and creamy. It is a lip souffle, actually. Ta-da! So that's Inspire on me. It's a really pretty shade. I actually don't do orangey reds because I tried MAC's Lady Danger once and it was so not flattering, but this is actually kind of cute. I really like this color. So the last thing that I picked up was this Always an Optimist 4-in-1 mist. So it has like separate layers. I've seen people use this and it made their skin so dewy. I just wanted to try it out for myself. So here it goes. So it's like a spray. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it smells like skincare. It does give a nice dewy finish. Do wait for it to dry a little bit more. So I've used the Tatcha Luminous Skin Mist and that thing was way more milky than this. And I think I prefer this over that one. And this one's like a fraction of the price compared to the other one. But I think it gives about the same effect. I really like this. That was everything that I picked up. So my final thoughts, I'm just gonna talk about the products in the order that I use them. So the first is the primer. I have to say that I don't really care for the primer. Like, I don't think it helped with the makeup application. Like, it wasn't smoothening, so I don't think I would repurchase this again. And my holy grail primer is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. That thing is a bomb. Like, it makes your makeup application so smooth. So I was kind of comparing this to that one. So this definitely did not perform as well as that one. The second thing is the foundation. I'm like looking at my skin close up and the coverage is pretty good. I'm very happy with the coverage. This is like 10x zoom, so super up close and personal. So when I look on here, I see that it's like separating like right here. The rest looks good and I'm really happy with the coverage, and it's so lightweight and it doesn't have a scent. So I really do like the foundation. This is perfect for like every day. I wouldn't go like super full on glam with this, but I really like the consistency and the coverage for every day. And it's super easy to apply, so I love that. And the doe foot really doesn't bother me. I'm not sure if I showed you a close-up with the doe foot. So it's just like, this reminds me of the Tarte Shape Tape doe foot. So it's just like that. It doesn't bother me. In fact, I just think it's easier to just apply it with this. And then next for the concealer, I don't really care for the concealer. The ones that I use now, my holy grail is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and the Flower Beauty one. I feel like they perform so much better than this. And like I said, this like, it's still like sticking to like the little dry patches on there. And it did not crease after I set my concealer, so that's good. Overall, I don't think I would repurchase this one. The next are the liquid blushes, and these, I didn't think they would be so beautiful. Like, it's very subtle and I love these for every day. I think I may just go on and pick up a few more shades, and I really love the shiny gold packaging on the blushes. So I love these and I will totally recommend this one. And also both the brushes are really good as well. So I definitely love these. They are very soft and yet they're dense enough, and I love the shake because they both can like get really up in these areas. Yay for these. The next product is the highlight. Again, beautiful. Even though it looks like too much on application, it's actually very subtle and I really appreciate that. So I love this, and I kind of want to try a couple more shades in this as well. The brow pencil also I really liked. I wish it had a spoolie though. That would have made my life so much easier instead of having to get another spoolie. That would have been so great. I don't really care for the gel part. I like the pencil because it's more like a crayon, I want to say, rather than like your regular waxy eyebrow pencil like from Anastasia or Benefit. They're like thicker, so this one's like more like a, I'm just gonna say like a Crayola, because you have to be extremely light-handed with this. It can go out of control real fast. So yeah, I really like this end of it and I love it. And for the gel part, I prefer the Benefit Give Me Brow gel over this one. That's just my opinion. So I would think I would give this like a 7 out of 10 maybe. A+ for this part right here. And the eyeliner is also great, and it's $19 compared to like whatever I paid for the Tom Ford ones. The tip is really nice and it makes it really easy for application. So I love this as well. So last but certainly not least is the lipstick, and I have to say that I love how comfortable this formula is on the lips. Like, it's not matte and it's not transfer proof. So it's not too bad, but it's not like a matte lipstick. Overall, I like it. And if I look up close, I do see that since it's more creamy, that it has settled into my lines a little bit, but I don't think anyone's gonna get up close to notice that. And since it's creamy, you do have to be careful that it does have more of a chance to transfer onto your teeth. Yeah, I really like this formula though, you guys. Like, it's very comfortable and lightweight, and I feel like I just have a lip balm on. So I really like this. Settling into the lines is not a big issue for me. So I will definitely, I already have a few colors of these. I will definitely be picking up more once I run out. Yeah, that was everything that I picked up from Sephora. I also picked up the Stay Vulnerable collection. I ordered it online, so I'm just waiting for it to come to me. So once that's up, I will probably do a video on that as well. So stay tuned, you guys. I hope you guys liked this little makeup look. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys with the next video. Bye.